As we get close to the All-Star break, Greg, what's the vibe like in the locker room post-trade deadline?
It's great if you're a playoff team and just knowing your GM wanted to keep you on the squad. Plus, you've got a little break coming up. So lots of happy dressing rooms right now.
So with Harden on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Harris and Embiid are manning the post position. Be out there with Maxey, and it's Thibault in at the 3 spot. Now here's Johnson. Playing Sacramento, he was nearly unstoppable. No good on that one. Good D by Embiid. Here's P. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And for a big man, Embiid sees the floor as well as any big. Recognizes when one of his guys has an opening for a shot.
Here's Johnson. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Here's P, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
This is where Tobias has really improved, keeping his eyes up, making plays for others.
Not a fast start here for the Spurs. 6-point game. And since Tobias Harris got his big contract with the Sixers, Greg, some say they chose him over Jimmy Butler.
And while Tobias is nice, he's never been an all-star. And that's one of the few downsides to a big payday. Some might say he's overpaid. I'm sure he'll take the trade.
And Greg, Keldon Johnson is listed at 6'5", but he plays much bigger than that.
He has the strength to fight for rebounds with anybody. Fearless on the court and plays with an endless motor. His strength and willingness to use it makes him valuable.
That's good from Johnson. You know, Steve, the persistent growth of Keldon Johnson is pretty impressive.
It is, Kevin. He is obviously receptive to good coaching and is committed to finding success here in the league. Almost across the board, you see his stats creeping up season to season.
And Johnson drops them both. And Greg, the Philadelphia 76ers have made it very clear that they are all in on a title run.
And their front office has been very focused on trying to get top-tier talent on this roster. After the trust the process era, they're now aggressively pursuing titles here in Philly.
Now here's Jones. After the miss from Joel Embiid. Some solid defense from Harris.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Now here's Thibault. Richardson covering. Shoots. Misses off the left eye.
It's a shot you would think he would make, but he just doesn't make it all the time.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Harris against Jones. 5 to shoot. He dishes it to Pirtle. Good D by Embiid.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
And they pick up 2.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And a look at the Mobile One drive. Driving right into your living room.
And it's finishes like that which have helped them build this lead here in the first half.
Here's Jones. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Pass to Vassell. Now Johnson. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Embiid. To the left wing. He passes to Embiid. Drilled from 11 feet out. Embiid's got his second bucket.
And that is a smooth-looking jump shot. Embiid all in one motion off the catch.
And now the first timeout called here for the Spurs. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And what an outstanding win it was. I mean, to get it the way they did in overtime made it that much sweeter.
They show real guts, nabbing that victory in overtime. No doubt they are a better team because of that one moving forward.
Spurs fans, no reason to gripe when we got the Spurs Hype Squad.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. P.J. Tucker comes in for Harris. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's James Harden in for Maxey.
Great pass from Devin. He's all about doing what's best for the team.
Inside.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. There's the pass to Bates Diop. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's his first foul. And the 76ers making a change here. Melton's checked in.
76ers substitution. DeAnthony Melton.
76ers on defense. Now here's Vassell. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Clock at 4. Over Harden. Rebound by Harrell.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Milton's shot is good.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Spurs trail by 10. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. .55 seconds left in the first quarter. It ended in the bubble, but how about the Spurs playoff streak? 22 consecutive seasons, Greg, coming to an end.
Kevin, making it every year from 1998 to 2019, winning 5 titles over that span, and having the same head coach certainly helped that streak. So did having, though, a couple Hall of Fame.
Free throw drops for Melton.
And some added toughness on the roster. Something Philly knew they needed after last year's playoffs. The hope is adding scrappy veterans like P.J. Tucker and DeAnthony Melton will help them further this go-round.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And for so long, many joked about how the Spurs were always too old, right? Too old, too slow, too stuck in their same ways. But that's changing.
Well, I was on a couple of those teams too, Kevin. I remember well, people said that the Spurs were too old and needed to get younger. And over the last few years, they've done exactly that.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Korkmaz checked in for Shake Milton. Free throw good, James Harden.
And what's incredible about Harden, he can dominate a game with the pass as much as the shots. So defensively, you have to prepare for both.
And here is Wesley. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Sacramento. Clock at 6. Can they get it? The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Philadelphia ahead, up by 16. And we'll get going after this from AT&T Center.
And look who's coming onto the hardwood now.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin here for the 76ers guys.
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
Jones is out there with Richardson. Then there's Keldon Johnson. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. And it's Sohan in at the 4. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. And you hear the term point forward. But then, Greg, you had Magic Johnson. 6'9", but still a point guard. So what's the difference?
Well, when you talk about a point forward, it's someone whose versatility extends to their playmaking. Magic is the rare talent who redefined the point guard position.
Here's Jones. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And when you're trailing like this, just focus on one possession at a time. Keep hitting singles.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Johnson left side. Here's Sohan. It's hauled in by the 76ers. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
And a strong bench gives you the flexibility to bring someone in and exploit a certain matchup.
Here's Jones. The 76ers getting the bucket. Driving to the basket. Can't hit that one. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Well, Greg, what can you say about Joel Embiid's growth from a leadership perspective? Pretty impressive, isn't it?
Tremendous, Kevin. Carrying the Sixers with everything they went through, even though he came in second in MVP voting 2 years in a row. No player more important to his team than Joel Embiid.
And the call on the shot sends him to the line. From 2019 to 2022, Steve, Josh Richardson was traded 4 times over a 20-month span.
Kevin, that tells you how in demand guys like Josh are. Richardson is a 3-and-D type, plays the game hard. Everyone wants multiple guys like him on their roster.
First one falls for him.
I mean, a ferocious athlete. Josh Richardson has also proven to be a terrific 3-and-D guy.
The Spurs making a switch here. Collins is checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Milton's checked in. And Richardson drops them both.
Manu Ginobili, Hall of Fame class of 2022. He played his entire career in San Antonio. And in 2003, Manu's rookie season, we won a ring together.
Milton the pass to Embiid. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Embiid's got 6 points.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Now here's Jones. Driving the lane, passes it to Sohan. Johnson in the corner. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. And seeing Manu is a rookie, Smitty, what were your early impressions?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind, Kevin, he was unpredictable. He was definitely NBA ready. He had already been a pro for 7 years before he came over, and he played an important role for us winning that title.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Harden's checked in. Free throw no good for Johnson.
You know, not only does Keldon Johnson bring your team scoring, he also is a great rebounder.
A shot's good for Milton.
And Matador defense
That's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
And the Spurs with possession after the Sixers pick up 2.
One of the premier shot swatters in the world. The length of Embiid makes it hard to be scored on.
Here's Wesley. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
Majority of the night, they were in attack mode. Tremendous effort all the way around.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Keita Bates-Diop checked in for the Spurs. Philadelphia also making some changes. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Korkmaz in for Shake Milton. Vassell kicks to Wesley. Harden with the defensive effort.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Wesley against Harden. Shots good by Wesley.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Pass to Tucker. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Korkmaz. It's hauled in by Bates-Diop.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
Plays it up and banks it in.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. The feed now to Harden. And Tucker kicks to Korkmaz. A floater, and the layup is up and in.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Now Wesley. Floats one up. Doesn't go for him. And so it's Philadelphia finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be right back after this. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You gotta like what P has done in this game.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
So on the floor for Philadelphia. Front court is Thibault and Harris. Tyrese Maxey out there with P, and it's Embiid in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Maxey. It's stolen by Jones. Pass to Johnson. Pirtle inside. Guarded by Harris. Nice shot by Pirtle.
Got to be on the lookout for Pirtle crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
To the inside, Embiid.
Looking to make plays for others. You've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
And you look at Jakob Poeltl, great touch and presence inside the paint. Can get you with a move or just power his way to the hoop.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
And it's Jones with the ball for San Antonio. And Greg Pirtle has so many options to score inside.
And that's why he's such an efficient scorer, Kevin. Very composed at the rim. Doesn't need a lot of time to get his shot off inside.
Just 5 to shoot. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Vassell, no good. The 76ers leading by 22. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, for 22 straight years, San Antonio made the playoffs. They haven't made the last 3 postseasons, and former Spur Robert Horry worries if they'll ever be relevant again, saying, "I hate to say that. San Antonio is a small market. Guys just aren't going to go there." And that's a dire prediction for such a storied and successful franchise, Kevin.
Wow, no kidding, David. All right, thank you. Here's Jones. Philadelphia able to drain the 3. Richardson right side. Back to Vassell. Outside, Jones to stop the run. And Embiid with the block. And they get it back. And he's able to get it back. He gets it in there. Pirtle's got 4 this quarter.
Really nice work. Pirtle going to town on the weak defense down in the paint.
Here's P. Defended by Jones.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
Here's Johnson. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Johnson's got 8.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Now the best of Vassell. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Johnson inside. Harris is there, and it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Montrezl Harrell comes in for Joel Embiid, and it's DeAnthony Melton in for Maxey. So Greg Popovich going to take a timeout right here and talk to his team.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
PJ Tucker, he's checked in for the 76ers. James Harden comes in for P. Sixers with a completely new group now. Philadelphia's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land, 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Sharing the wing spots, it's Vassell and Johnson. Then it's Jones. Then there's Pirtle, and it's Roby in at the 4. That's the San Antonio 5.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Now here's Johnson. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Maxey in the corner. Oh, good on the triple. Spurs have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. And the basket by Jones.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
And another great look at the 2K drive.
And I just love his competitiveness he's showing there. Team might be down, but a drive like that could spark them.
Down low. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And even with the ratings going strong, the younger generation's often cord cutting. How does the NBA engage that audience?
Kevin, I think making game action trend on social media and when big moments happen for maybe a small fee, allow people to be a part of it. It's like highlights, but live.
And the first one drops. Korkmaz checked in for Maxey. Both free throws good from P.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Collins, and it's denied. And they'll get another chance. Shot clock at 6. Jones, no one around him. That shot, no good. And Philadelphia the other way now. Back to Korkmaz. Reed kicks to Korkmaz. Here's P. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
76ers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Spurs shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth. Now here's McDermott. Not a lot of room. Outside, Jones. Now here's McDermott. Defended by Milton. To the wing on the left. Puts up a 3. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the 76ers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And these guys already with 45 wins on the year, so tonight will make it 46.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Joel Embiid.
He played with a lot of fire, a lot of heart, especially on the glass. He's one of those guys who acts like every rebound is his, and many of them were tonight.
At the line for 2.
The first one falls. D'Anthony Melton. He's checked in for the 76ers. Both free throws good from P. They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
Here's Bates Diop. To the wing right side. Chang with a clean look. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Massey, the pass to Pete. Leslie with the ball. Passes it to Chang. Lets the three fly. Connects from three-point range. There's 10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's P. Bucket's good.
And it's just competing. And, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.